All right, you guys, it's your girl Sandra D, a main event, and welcome to my channel and to my community of love and unity. We will not be talking about hair. We will not be talking about food. We are on this journey of talking about the narcissist. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting on? So today we're going to be talking about how the narcissist was able to stay under the radar without you recognizing that they were an enemy. Now, we're going to back this up just a little bit and do a small little review, okay? What I need for you guys to first understand is when the narcissist approached you, the narcissist was already hoovering you, aka stalking you, okay? They were studying you and wanting to get to know as much as they could from afar before they could come and get the rest of the information to fill in the blanks, okay? So what they were doing before you met the narcissist, okay, they were mirroring you and mimicking you, okay? It's like they created this false person, but the person that they were creating was not their identity. It was yours. Okay, y'all ever heard of identity theft? So what they did was they sat here and did a little bit of identity theft, okay, by receiving information from you illegally as a way to be able to deceive you. So when they created this false identity of who they're not, okay, by getting to know you and admire you from afar. So when they were doing this is when the game for the narcissist had already begun, but you just didn't recognize and realize that you were being selected as a player to be able to come on the team as supply. Now, the narcissist created this mask, okay, this fake persona, okay, this identity fraud, being someone not legit, okay? They came to you already playing the game by being a counterfeit, okay? You guys remember I told you, you think you got you a Gucci, but you got you a Fucci, okay? When you think it's genuine leather, when you find out that it's pleather, okay? When you are receiving money from a store and you thinking that you got a $20 bill, but you realize it's a counterfeit, it's a replica. It looks like it's the real thing, but once you get a closer look at it, it's not. Okay, this is what the narcissist did, but you wasn't able to realize that you were dealing with a counterfeit until you were actually in the relationship and got a closer look. Okay, now they were able to stay under the radar because you were not aware, okay, that you had an enemy that was approaching you in your camp, coming into your world. Because the narcissist is on the hunt to be able to recruit people to bring them into their world. Okay? So now, what the narcissist was doing was mirroring you, mimicking your personality, okay? Because the narcissist already has a gift of gab. Because they like to be the center of attention. So this is something that they're able to do very well. Hold conversations. Okay? So what they did was when they approached you or someone introduced you to them, they probably came around you a little shy, a little timid, depending on the type of narcissist you're dealing with, or they came a little confident. They knew, that they looked good. They knew they smelled good. They know they had, the swag to go along with it. Okay, so they was coming to you, approaching you through your five senses. Okay, sight, smell, okay, touch, taste, as well as feel. I may have missed one, but I'm sorry, you guys. But they were appeasing, and when you saw them, you remember the example that I gave you guys in the Bible when the devil had approached Eve and was telling her about the fruit, and when she looked at it, it didn't look like it was anything wrong with it, but that enemy came and whispered a couple of things in her ear, and then she found out later it wasn't right, but she took it upon herself to believe, okay, what the enemy was telling her versus believing what God was telling her. And she took a bite of the forbidden fruit. Okay. At least they say forbidden fruit in the Bible. So we just going to go with what the Bible says. Now, this appeasing fruit is what the narcissist was presenting to you, to get to your senses, okay? Looking good, smelling good, great personality, giving you a sample, if you will. And then having that gift of gab, of speaking to you in a sense and in a way to where you will feel like this person is okay to talk to. Again, narcissist, right from the start, playing the game and already under the radar. So what they wind up doing was probably asking you out. You went out with them, and then you guys sat there and you had a conversation. Conversation was going well. You felt like you connected, like you clicked, like you seen eye to eye, like y'all was on the same level, and at this point you feeling really good about the individual, and this is the way they want you to feel. They want you to feel good because they want you to feel comfortable because they're trying to will you in, okay? Will you in to the trap, to trap you into their world. But all the time, they're still flying low under the radar. Okay? Now, you decide that you want to continue the relationship because at this point, you don't see anything wrong, and you're not going to see anything wrong at this point. But what they really want to do is to get you slowly but surely to open up. Now, when you start to open up, what they're really trying to get to is to your emotions. But they also want to get to your heartstrings, and they also want to get to your frame of mind on how you think and how you process a thing. So when you're kikiing it up with them, thinking you on the same level, seeing eye to eye, that you have this genuine connection, you actually don't, because everything is fake. Everything is not as it seems. But you're not aware of this because the narcissist does not want you to be aware of it. And it's all a part of the manipulation tactics that they use. You just didn't know that they was running game on you. So what do? They stay under the radar by using these tactics, okay? Being sweet, being loving, being thoughtful, being the person of your dreams, or someone that you can depend on, someone you can trust, because these are the things that they do in the beginning to invest, okay? Because they know these are the things that you like and that you want. And that's missing because you gave them some of the missing pieces, okay? And they decided to play and put together this puzzle and make this picture for you to feel like you cannot live the rest of your life without them, because they make you feel like you're the only one until you find out that you're not. But we're going to get into that a little later. So while they're doing this, they got to make sure that they're flying under the radar. So they're going to do kind gestures. They're going to give you gifts. They're going to say these sweet nothings in your ear. Okay? Because they got to get you to be open. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to your emotions, to your process of how you think about a thing. They don't want you to recognize and understand that this is not going to last long. You know how they call it the honeymoon phase? Well, the narcissist has a timetable that they have, that they want to be able to get over this honeymoon stage, because they trying to snatch that mask off, because they know it's identity fraud. It's not who they are. But they're tricking you into thinking that they're so amazing and that they're so great and that you can't see your life without them. And this is on purpose, to get you addicted to them, to get you off balance. Because once you're open and your heart is open, they know that they're going to be able to pull the strings on your heart, and they're going to be able to manipulate you the way that they see fit as a puppet master. Okay? They're going to do everything that they can to turn your world upside down. Y'all remember that song by Diana Ross? Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. This is what the narcissist is doing to you. Now, the narcissist is doing this because what they're doing is, once you're starting to open up, okay, and they're able to attach themselves to your emotions. And when they're attached to your emotions, this is when they have their hidden agenda and pouring poison into your life. Okay? This is when those dynamic spirits are actually being transferred into your life. Okay? And your anointing, your blessings are actually being transferred into and onto the narcissist. Now, what the narcissist does after this process, they know that they're getting this transfer of power. This is when they start with the gaslighting, the belittling, the nitpicking, the devouring you. Okay, this is when they're coming in and moving the goalposts. Okay, this is when they start to do all different types of manipulation on your mind, on your heart, which leads to your emotions. Because what they're trying to do is get you to work even harder to get back the original person that you fell for in the beginning, which was non-existent. They are wanting you to do all of these things by working hard because they want you to feel like you did something wrong. And they guilt trip you. So when they guilt trip you, what are you going to do? You're going to try to see what you can do to make things right. So you're working extra hard to be able to get the attention of the narcissist to go back to that Prince Charming that they were, or to that sweet, wonderful woman that you thought that they were. So now you're pouring out, okay, all of the essence of who you are. And this is how they're able to extract power from your spirit, and why you feel so drained, because you're working overtime. You're in overdrive. And so when you're going to the narcissist and you're starting to see some things that's not right and you're questioning the narcissist, this is why they stay, again, under the radar, to throw you off by adding confusion, to get you to think that you're the problem and it's not them. So what they'll do, they'll say, well, I do all of these things for you. You don't appreciate them. You know, you're always going here, there, and I can't go with you. Always giving you some kind of way for you to feel like you did something wrong when you did nothing wrong at all. It's the narcissist who is shift blaming and blaming you for everything that they've done or they've been through because they've been blamed in their childhood and had to take it. So now they want you to take that abuse that they had endured so that they can continue to overpower you and control your life and give you their trauma while you're giving them your blessing, and they're feeding off of this. Okay? They're getting empowered because you made them feel, okay, like it was okay to treat you like this because that was a part of the manipulation that they were doing to make you feel that way. It was always a trap, and it was always designed for you to find fault in yourself, in how you're treating the narcissist. But the narcissist is the one who is actually pouring all of their insecurities and low self-esteem and unworthiness and all of those toxic spirits that they have. What they're doing is transferring them onto you and making you feel like the narcissist feels every single day. Unworthy, hurt, no confidence, low self-esteem. The only time the narcissist is ever confident is when they approach you when you take the time to talk to them. And then they're able to give you a little sample and you open the door just a little bit. As soon as you open the door and let them in, they lose all respect for you because the only thing at this point that they're thinking about is how much supply they're going to get from your life and how they're going to try to ruin it all at the same time. So the narcissist intentionally stays under the radar so that you are not aware of the transfer of power that the narcissist has just did by running these tactics of manipulation on your mind, on your heart, on your soul. The narcissist gets information from you on purpose. It's designed so that when you give them your information, this is information that they need to try to live a fake life that they are actually living through you while they're transferring their power of insecurity, low self-esteem, the trauma bonds, the hurts, the suffered wrongs, the fear that they have onto you and want to blame you and make you take the whole responsibility of the whole relationship going south when it's designed to not last in the first place. And what the narcissist is banking on is that when they discard you, that, you will have questions and want to know what happened. And this is a gate for them to go through in order for them to come back in your life and repeat the whole cycle all over again. Because they got to get rid of or try to attempt, to get rid of these toxic demonic spirits that they carry on themselves and be able to cast them onto other people. So the narcissist was already flying under the radar from day one. They were already stepping into your life, being a milli from the gate. They were just lip singing, giving you smoke and mirrors, like a magician who has a magic trick and you trying to figure out how it happened. This is a narcissist staying under the radar in order for them to be able to trick you and to giving up your destiny to greatness, to take their failures The narcissist, it is not, and I repeat, is not your friend. The narcissist is your enemy. And the narcissist is an enemy to themselves because they do themselves a dishonor when they come up against a chosen one. So when you take your power and you are healing, the narcissist only hoovers you because they want to be able to come back and continue to be able to cast, those insecurities onto you and repeat the abuse all over again. The narcissist does not love you because the narcissist cannot love because they don't love themselves. They may look well put together, but it's all smoke and mirrors. This is how they stay under the radar. And I'll see you guys in the next video.